Hastings College Soccer is brought to you by 5 Points Bank of Hastings, the better bank. By High Street Insurance Partners. By Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious. By Mary Lanning Healthcare, your care, our inspiration. By Pepsi, and by the Runza Restaurants. Now, let's go to the field for today's game.
And welcome back to Lloyd Wilson Field. Tyson Abronic, Marcus Metcalf with you here on Extreme Sports as we continue our coverage here of Hastings College Soccer here on this Wednesday night. The second half of our men and women's doubleheader, the ladies under the lights, as the Hastings College women will take on the Mount Marty Lancers and try to avenge and put one in the win column and make it a great night to be a Bronco here on the campus of Hastings College. The men's game, a 0-0 draw. No scoring to even shout about. Here in the women's matchup, equally intriguing in terms of how the Great Plains Athletic Conference standings is panning out, but intriguing because of it is a logjam instead of at the middle where the Bronco men find themselves. It is a logjam at the top. We'll get to the standings here in just a little bit. Broncos coming in with a record of 10-2-2, 5-2-1 in GPAC play. They are currently sitting 5th in the conference standings. Meanwhile, for the Mount Marty Lancers, a 3-3-2 mark on the campaign. 6-6-2 overall. 3-3-2 in GPAC play, so a few games behind HC. For the Broncos, they are led offensively this season by Madison Rhodes up front, a striker who has tallied 7 goals, 3 assists, 17 points on her campaign. Right behind her, Jesse Chartier, 5 goals, 2 assists, 12 points, and Peyton Tanner, the third, a 4-goal, 2-assist, 10-point season so far here with just 3 matchups left to go. For those front three, they'll be relied upon for the attack, but as so often is the case with Hastings College women's soccer, the beauty is in the back four. That is where they have really made their bread and butter as of late over the course of the last couple seasons. A defense that has just been outstanding and airtight at times for opposing offenses to try to break through. A good look at the GPAC standings shows you exactly what we're talking about when we talk about the logjam at the front. With basically 6 teams that are separated by just mere percentage points. Concordia at 6-1-2 in the conference, having 9 games played in hand. Meanwhile, Hastings College, Morningside, and Dakota Wesleyan all with 8. Morningside at 6-1-1 in GPAC play, 19 points on the season. Dort with a 6-2-1 mark at 19 points on the season. Doe 19 points on the season with a 6-2-1 mark. Hastings College, they've got 16 points on the season, but they have the 5-2-1 mark as they have played one less game. Dakota Wesleyan 1 point behind Hastings College, so tight at the top with 3 games remaining. Really imperative. This almost late in the season with the amount of jostling that could occur has kind of that an early playoff feel to it, and almost kind of a must-win scenario here if you were the Broncos and you want to continue to charge at the top of that GPAC standings race. And in the exact same case, you have an opponent that's coming in that's under you in the conference standings that you really want to use home field advantage for and pick up a big 3 points here tonight. But as mentioned, my goodness, anything can happen if you let teams hang around. But talk about the feel here in this women's matchup, really with an opportunity with 2 matches, Marcus, on your home pitch that you have, and what an opportunity here for the Broncos.
Yeah, this is it, man. It's that's what I like about sports, man. When it comes down to the end of the regular season or end of the postseason, things get tight, and it's already shown so far in this GPAC. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's the GPAC. It's always competitive. Teams are always at a bottleneck, no matter if you're in the middle, top, or even towards the bottom of the standings. It's always going to be a competitive matches, no matter what sport you're in. And Hastings is right there for the picking. I mean, they 2 wins here at home to 2 wins here at home to cap out this weekend before you go on the road to end your regular season. All these 3 matches are huge.
Let's go ahead and run the starting lineups that we have for you. Tatiana Villasenor will start in goal here for the Broncos. Defensively, they're back 4. Peyton Henshaw, Millie Gill, Megan Lampy, and Norris Stewart anchor the defensive alignment. Madison Rhodes and Jasmine Nelson will start tonight up on the front 2. Then it's Maddie Miles, Jessie Chartier, Sabrina DeHart, and Avery Higgins getting the start in midfield with, again, Villasenor in goal. Meanwhile, for the Mount Marty Lancers, in goal will be Brooklyn McNack. The 2 forwards, Avery Kimball and Riley Grimm. They'll play 5 in the midfield tonight with Angelina Hopwood, Shakira Nolasco, Luz Martinez, Marissa Mole, Liz Stottle, and then the defensive backfield with Val Ruiz, Kendra McKinney, and Bailey Beck. So the rare 3-5-2 defensive alignment, or the 11 alignment for Mount Marty. Mount Marty Lancers will come in we'll just call them the highlighter jerseys. They're looking like the Oregon Ducks over there, the all yellows tonight. They'll be moving from left to right. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, right to left in the all whites. 45 minutes on the clock. Action about to get underway here in the first half. Strap in. Broncos soccer goes extreme.
If you got one key tonight, Tyson, or one player you're going to look out for, it might be the breakthrough for HC. Who is it? I got mine picked out.
Who's that?
Number 28, Avery Higgins, a freshman.
All right.
The freshman from about 3 hours down the road in Manhattan, Kansas.
So we're set to go. And it's Mount Marty kicking things off and getting things underway. Joining us for Hastings College Soccer here on Extreme Sports on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch streams. Also available on the GPAC Sports Network. As action gets underway.
Yeah, you can't miss those uniforms out there tonight with Mount Marty, the all yellows. Hastings wearing the all whites, white tops, white pants, trimmed in red, or I should say crimson. You can see with it in the middle. As ball's been kicked around towards the middle, and HC finally comes away with it on the far right side. HC now working towards the offensive zone. Got a chance down the right-hand side for HC. First opportunity for Chartier. He's going to shot on goal just wide. Just wide for Jessie Chartier, and she found a hole in that defense, and she kicks that ball just a little bit left to target, and that's going to be a goal kick for Mount Marty. Good look early on for HC. Mount Marty now back with it. Now it's stolen away. Picked up by Madison Rhodes. Madison Rhodes looking for the middle. Ball just a little too out in front, but keeps it. Back towards middle, towards Higgins. Higgins with it. Deflected away. It's going to be won by Mount Marty. Mount Marty in their own defensive zone. Looking way to the right side. As she's defended, but nice play there by the HC defense. And there's Chartier with it. Back the other way for HC.
Hastings College now playing the ball back in the midfield area. Looking to gain some separation here after a couple early peeks in. Just asking some questions. Here are the Mount Marty defense. Nice ball played into the middle. Swung out wide. Hastings College is going to have an opportunity. What a break for space. And fired right at the goalkeeper. A beautiful look here early on from this Bronco attack. That was Jasmine Nielsen, getting in and getting an early look-see. Playing up front alongside Madison Rhodes here tonight. The lineup that Jade Ovendale has put together here for this matchup with the Lancers. Nice job by Nielsen just to create some space, but unfortunately the shot right at the goalkeeper. As Mount Marty will now work it here in midfield, trying to run away from Bronco danger. Ball takes a flick on the back of the head. That can't be comfortable. And now working here on the left side. Mount Marty will reset things. And as the ball is passed back here by Val Ruiz. Possession football being applied here by the Lancers. One by Chartier, looks for Rhodes, handball called. Takes a flick off the hand there of Kendra McKinney. Broncos play the free kick to the middle as Maddie Gill. Millie Gill will take it.
Yeah, the 3-5-2, you don't see that very often in soccer, do you? Kind of different defensive look.
A little unconventional.
Yeah.
But they feel like their strength is in their midfield. As Hastings College tries to work it into the box here. Just some aggressive high pressing here from the Bronco midfielders. Chartier giving chase. Gill with it. They'll play it back to Lampy. Lampy sends one, takes a flick. Freed up there for Chartier momentarily. Played back by the defenders. Chartier is going to win a one-on-one ball. Wins that ball by herself, but then chased down from behind. Good aggressive play continuing here from the Broncos as Nielsen turns and passes over to Stewart. Stewart sends it back in. Jesse Chartier takes a crack right at the keeper. The right foot. Two good looks here for the Broncos in the opening 5 minutes of play. Both, I believe, coming from the foot of Chartier. Ball played into midfield. And it's going to be won here by the Broncos. Millie sends it long. Too long as it is for the Bronco attackers. Chased down into no man's land. Mount Marty is going to try to turn on the attack and turn into a whole host of trouble, and it's going to go out on the Lancers and immediately thrown back in. Broncos playing aggressive. Punching the gas. A shot just up and over. Good luck.
That was Higgins.
Higgins sends it high. Three good looks at goal here for HC in the first 5. Ball rolls out. Mount Marty with the throw. Kicked up and kicked out. We'll reset. Throw into the box. Mount Marty's going to win one here, nearly, but poked away freely at the last moment from Sabrina DeHart. Now we'll send the Broncos on the attack. Look at this. All sorts of room here on the left side as they'll work it around to Nora. Stewart plays it back towards the middle. Settled down and one cleanly from, I keep wanting to say Briar Cliff because they look like something you'd see out of the Chargers. The Lancers in the all yellows. And they're going to win the ball.
Kind of look like the uniforms the Chargers just wore this past weekend, the all yellows.
That's what I'm saying. Briar Cliff Chargers.
No, the L.A. Chargers. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I still call them San Diego.
Yep.
Any hoodles. Whistles blow. Free kick 1. Poor ball boy's going to have to go retrieve that one that was sent towards 12th Street.
It's like the Rams, same way. I'm just saying the St. Louis Rams. That's a story for another day.
That's salt in the wound. Let's not bring it up.
I'm sorry.
Ball played in the middle. Lost footing. Hastings College on it. And Mount Marty just chooses to send it away. Nora Stewart trying to free up Higgins here in the middle. Gives chase, wins the ball. There you go. Avery Higgins. The ball at her right foot. Plays open to Madison Rhodes. Tried to turn and go to Jesse Chartier. Right book, wrong page. And the pass goes away for a goal kick. So some good early offensive opportunities. Really love to see the high pressing. Really putting this defense, which albeit is under normal formation, a man short with the 5-3 or the 3-5-2. Now they'll drop a defender back there, so that's sort of that central defensive midfielder will oftentimes drop back and provide a little help and coverage, as you're seeing. But they'll also play that forward into the midfield. If Mount Marty can spring forth on an attack, my imagination is that they might spring two of those midfielders back the way this Hastings College offense has been asking questions here in the early going. Mount Marty keeping up with the trend of the goaltenders playing well out of the box, as Brooklyn McNack goes and races after that. My goodness, in the earlier session, the men's matchup, Gomez, the goalkeeper from Mount Marty, at times was playing 40 yards, 45 yards out of his goal box. And for a fat, slow man like myself, I was a little nervous for him. I don't do the 40-yard dash quite like I used to, but Gomez was racing back and getting back quick. But we were all kind of hoping for a shot from midfield, albeit that matchup ends in zeros. Here's Jesse Chartier going to try to spring Madison Rhodes. Ball takes a deflection off a Mount Marty defender, and that chance goes begging. Now back in on the aggression is going to be the Lancers, sending in a through ball. Immediately cut off and sent up from Henshaw. There's a nice turn. Tried to play Rhodes in. Last-ditch defending. They'll win the ball to the Lancers. Matty Miles playing off that right wing here for the Broncos on the far side of the field away from us. As the Lancers will chase down and win a ball here. That's Bailey Beck with it. Beck loses it. Nora Stewart picks the pocket. Nora Stewart's got some space. It's going to play Rhodes. Rhodes has got speed and size. Here on the left side, sends in a beautiful cross that Chartier was still loose momentarily, but gathered up quickly. And another good luck for number 14 for HC.
Now an opportunity. I believe that's 3 for 3 good looks. I like the aggression, man. I do.
3 good looks, but 3 good saves from Brooklyn McNack, who has had to step up here for this this Mount Marty unit early. You start the counter. I mean, we're over-unders at 5 maybe tonight in this matchup.
Well, they have the same colors. Oh, well, not quite the same, but they got the yellow. We're going to have a foul on HC.
That's all you see is yellow. They're a regular Coldplay song on the turf.
Reminds me of the Steelers' old Bumblebee uniforms they used to wear back in the day.
They're not quite as egregious as the Fremont Moo. You've ever seen the all-orange.
Oh.
But they are loud.
They are.
5 shots on goal here for the Broncos. Mount Marty hasn't even had a look-see. Ball in the middle. Nice, beautiful through ball on time to Madison Rhodes, and the keeper forced to come way out of the box and clear that. Madison Rhodes was going to be sprung free and on a breakaway, and a good last-ditch effort from Brooklyn McNack to come out of her zone and clear that away for the Lancers.
Yeah, a pretty good ball by Higgins to set up Rhodes. They're just a little too far out in front.
Through ball is perfect.
Yes, it was.
The goalie played it perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, there were nothing in... Oh, reckless. And first whistle. As that foul is going to be on number 17, Marissa Moyle, excuse me. And that'll set up a free kick for the specialist Megan Lampy. .47 yards away from goal. Sends one in onto the far post. Good look. As they were looking in the direction of Jasmine Nielsen. Sent forward here from the Lancers. Turn, spin, and move. Little 1-2. That ball's going to be won from Millie Gull. Now working it on the right side. Maddie to the middle. Finds Higgins. Higgins sends it back to Tatiana Villasenor. Early on in the season was multiple GPAC Defender of the Week awards and nearly gave up a freebie there for Mount Marty. Villasenor a little indecisive. Mount Marty was charging and nearly picked the pocket for an empty netter. Anxious moments there. Got to get rid of that if you're Tatiana here. And does. Working right side. Broncos trying for the slow build-up. Now switch the run. Stewart with it. Cuts upfield. Sends it into the middle, looking Higgins' way. And it finds a yellow jersey. Now Mount Marty coming, looking for the pass. Picked off and under pressure here from Nielsen. And Mount Marty is forced to retreat. They'll flick it off a Hastings College defender, and it'll be a Lancer throw. 15 minutes played, no score. We've gone 105 minutes in total of soccer tonight without scores. Men's game finishing level at 0-0. If the Broncos find the back of the net, Marcus, they'll hear it on Baltimore Avenue.
Yep.
I've been waiting for a goal call all night. Haven't had the opportunity. As Rhodes is going to turn upfield. Here onto the right side, Rhodes got a little 1v1. Works her way towards the box. And down goes a Mount Marty defender. Down goes Rhodes, no call. Here's a big shove. And a free kick won by Mount Marty. That check was harder than some I've seen thrown by the St. Louis Blues this season in hockey.
Ooh.
And they got away with it.
That's still a young season yet.
It is not a young season here in GPAC soccer.
No,
we are in crunch time. 3 games remaining. Broncos sitting in the 5 spot in the standings. In a race that is separated by just mere percentage points. Long ball played in, goaltender there. Scoreless droughts continue. Lancers send it deep. From Yankton, South Dakota, making the trek here on a Wednesday night to take on these Hastings College Broncos, which had been so dominant at home over the course of the last several years. We had the unfortunate privilege of calling that slip-up earlier this season on their home turf to the Bulldogs. Trying to regain home field dominance here tonight. Stewart. Midfield. Stewart. Holds. Plays it off the left side. Not enough. Ball in the middle. Turns. Passes back. And a long ball played in. This is going to roll out and likely be played back and reset. Here from Peyton Henshaw. Tries to work towards the middle. Mount Marty's there. Steals it away. Quick chip pass. Millie Gill is there. Millie sends it back to Jesse Chartier, who springs open Madison Rhodes. Goaltender way outside. Has to pass it off. Dangerous moments there. And again, not retreating back to that goaltender's box with any sort of urgency. And Madison Rhodes was one touch away from having a clear path to goal.
It's just they're.
I'm no goaltender's coach. I'm no soccer coach. I just observe. I would be so nervous if that was the strategy. But this appears to be both the men's and women's goaltenders just miles away from their net. Hastings College set to throw it in. Maybe we'll get a Carly Lloyd moment after all. High pass. Switching the run of play. Being run down here from Val Ruiz, and the pocket's picked. Stewart loses it. Stewart gets her foot stepped on. Ball rolls out for a Hastings College throw in. High pass. Spinning, and in an effort to win the ball, Higgins takes down the defender and draws the referee's whistle. Purple silks now for the referees, thank God. Could you imagine if they were wearing yellow too?
Oh, no.
I'd be lost. "25 minutes remaining here in this first half. Still a scoreless draw. Scoreless tie. In this GPAC bout, pivotal late season GPAC women's soccer bout.
Over 100 minutes, about 100 minutes worth of soccer. 105 minutes worth of soccer, and nothing. No scores.
Good things come to those who wait, Marcus. We were always told this, right?
Right.
Been waiting.
Yeah.
This time, let's get a breakthrough. Hastings College Soccer tonight brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning, also by 5 Points Bank, by Mammoth Construction, Maryland Memorial Healthcare, and by Pepsi. Jesse Chartier, left side. Chartier's got some speed. Chartier's in the box. And it's offside. Good look.
Yep.
Just good look, just mistimed. Now we got a shoe tie timeout. As we lace up the boots. Ready to roll.
I've been waiting on the whole 2025 season just for my team to score a win on the year, but I guess got to wait.
Tom Petty said it best, the waiting is the hardest part.
Yep.
Nora Stewart, midfield. Plays it back. That's a lock. Let's bring it down to Nora Stewart. Stewart.
I have a foul call on Mount Marty.
Foul called. Millie Gill gets it back into play. That's confidence in your defensive teammates, isn't it, from Peyton Henshaw to be able to do the shoe tie while the action is taking place? Nah, no, I got faith in the rest of the three gals back there. I love it.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Doesn't stop the clock either, and just keeps it going, man.
Oh, there's a ball that's going to be played in. Nora Stewart's going to see that all the way. Nora Stewart breaks on it, intercepts it. Down Nora Stewart's going to play it off. Here to Higgins. Higgins takes a crack, and Higgins just over the bar. Sails it just high and wide. On the money, in space, Avery Higgins lets it fly, and it goes high, and we are still level.
Good look.
All really from the play of Nora Stewart, who read that pass perfectly and set that up. Now another steal, but a callback.
No, Stewart read that thing beautifully right in front of us and took that thing all the way down to about the 25-yard line and set up Higgins there.
Good dribbling from Nora Stewart, too. I mean, defenders are not typically known for being the best ball handlers in all of soccer. And that time, Nora Stewart, she looked as good as a midfielder on a breakaway. Stewart's backed up here, is going to have to get creative or get taken down, one of the two. Goodness gracious, goal kick, Broncos.
And that was just a dogfight. That was down that corner.
It's one way to flick it off somebody. Just tackle and both go down. Higgins, back pass. Lampy back to Villasenor. 22 minutes now left of the first half. 6 shots, HC, none for Mount Marty. 3 saves for the Lancers to keep it from being 3-0 early on and being a runaway train for the Broncos. But they'll still have to continue to ask questions on a night that wasn't there for the men. Women hoping to find a breakthrough and avenge that loss. End on a happy note here at Lloyd Wilson Field if you're the Broncos supporter. Norris Stewart, ball cleared away. Millie Gill gives chase and will ultimately win that foot race. Plays it back to the sideline. Stewart's there. Ooh, Mount Marty goes to ground, but Stewart with the okey-doke. Fleet of foot, Norris Stewart. Long ball pass here to Jesse Chartier. Chartier on a cross, finds Rhodes. Rhodes tries to settle it down. It goes up, and I think it might have caught her on the arm. Yep. There'll be a kick here for Mount Marty. Tried to flick that up and over and settle that ball down, and as she flicked it, it went right into the arm. Oop. Pass to the defender. The defender lost the ball momentarily. Anxious moments if you're a defender there. Especially if you have Madison Rhodes chasing you down, coming after it. Overpass here for Mount Marty. Throw in HC. I feel like it's coming. I mean, got to have a breakthrough here in the next few minutes of play. Asking all the right questions, getting all the right passes, connecting on those passes. Just need the breakthrough goal. Will it come as Avery Higgins plays it wide? Higgins, beautiful cross in. Chipped away, but still alive. Mount Marty forced to send it full. Falling to the ground, and a free kick in a dangerous area is coming up now for the Broncos. Nielsen goes down as she's taken to ground. Pleading the case is Shakira Alaska, an argument that she'll ultimately lose. And the kick taker appears to be Sabrina DeHart. 4 Broncos loaded up onto the far post. DeHart's going to have a crack herself. The ball gets away from the keeper, and it gets knocked in. Put home from Madison Rhodes. Through the keeper's hand, into the back of the net. The Broncos take advantage of the keeper miscue.
What a beauty. There's the one break we've been talking about. Madison Rhodes comes up big.
Start the party, HC. The breakthrough goal. After nearly 120 minutes of scoreless soccer, 2 hours, the Broncos break through and lead at 1-0 over Mount Marty. Sabrina DeHart on the free kick squirts through the goalkeeper's hands. Then the 3 Broncos, any one of them could have slotted it home, but Madison Rhodes said, thank you very much. We'll take care of it for goal number 8 on the season. And the Broncos have the 1-0 advantage. And they're right back on the attack as Higgins is going to play this one back towards the keeper.
Yeah, that was on another breakthrough. Chartier almost broke that one free. But good job by the Mount Marty defense. It's going to have a throw in here for HC.
8 goals, 3 assists, now 19 points on the season for Madison Rhodes. As Mount Marty plays it back, but HC wins the ball quickly. DeHart, tip pass. Gill sends it forward. Rhodes using the size. Won the header momentarily. Mount Marty now plays it back. Lancers on the attack. Too much on the pass. Millie Gill settles it down. Here we go into the midfield. DeHart right at a Mount Marty defender.
They should try to look for Stewart.
HC wins the ball here in the midfield. That's Miles with it. Miles finds Rhodes. Cleared away. Rhodes is going to win the ball here in midfield. Rhodes creating some space. Looking to find Chartier. Chartier just ran out of wheels. Too much on it for Jesse Chartier. Nonetheless, Hastings College is going to win a throw in their attacking third. Broncos getting the goal on a free kick in the 20-minute mark, or 20 minutes left, I should say, on a rebound goal from Madison Rhodes. And that's the difference in your scoreline. That happening just moments ago. At the 25-minute mark here in the match. Mount Marty sends it forward. Into trouble. Stewart. Back to Gill. They'll swing it right side. Miles. Chartier. Battle here in the middle. Maddie still giving pressure here to this Mount Marty back four. Nice header there from Nora Stewart to win the ball. So smart backfield in turning and going and springing HC free on a counter. It's not just defense with Nora Stewart. It's defense and then the almost immediate impact to turn a good defensive stop into a counterattacking play here for the Broncos. Really impressed with what we've seen from number 27 here in this matchup. She'll get to Madison Rhodes. Rhodes would love to be on the double here tonight. Ball one from Higgins. Gets it out to Nielsen. Nielsen driving in. Out of space. Back to Higgins. Higgins tries to set up her right foot. Ultimately taking a crack off the back of a defender. Ball sprung free. Gathered in from Miles. Miles back past it to Hart. To Hart. Sending it on the left side. Stewart giving chase but out of real estate.
That was a nice turn though here by Rhodes at the midfield mark to set that up. She was 1-on-2 and she made the left turn pretty quick. And like I said, quick feet Madison Rhodes has, and she set that thing up.
Special player, Madison Rhodes. Size and speed. Everything you want from a number 9. She has all of those attributes. They gave the assist, by the way, to Sabrina DeHart on the Madison Rhodes goal. It was a free kick that, again, just went right through the hands of the Mount Marty keeper and into the waiting, striking feet of Madison Rhodes. Now here's Higgins. Ball too far out in front. Higgins is forced to retreat. Mount Marty, well, it feels like they haven't had the ball at all. Haven't really had an opportunity to call them on an offensive attack, and now we do with Nolasco. But they run out of real estate, and it's going to be a goal kick. Subs incoming.
Sophia Lee.
Sophia Lee, number 33, will come in for Madison Rhodes. Rhodes will get a breather.
Yeah, this game just kind of reminds me of the men's game. How the HC men really dominated an offensive zone in that first half.
Only difference is the 1-0 scoreline, and you're breathing a lot easier, especially because you're looking up at that shot column for Mount Marty. Mount Marty, I don't think they've been in the box. They've gotten to the outside of the box. They have not penetrated this back four at all. And that's what we come to know and love about the Jade Ovendale coached Bronco team, is the strength on the back four.
I mean, their goalkeeper, she's clocked. They're 30.
Full send. Now, you know Villasenor's licking the chops, right? Like, I might have the range for this, right? They'll pass it back out and we'll work again. Do the Broncos. Pressure being applied this time here from the Lancers as they'll win the ball. Angelina Hopwood getting in and winning that for Mount Marty. Now a chase is underway. Oh, nicely won. But Mount Marty's going to win a foul there. Eek. Liz Strobel going to ground. And the general assumption from those underneath us in the crimson red are that might have been a little bit of an acting job. Lancers load the box here onto the right side. They'll send one in that way. Ball initially cleared, but put on a tee and just put too much on it. That was number 10. Therefore, the Lancers, Avery Kimball, that rested right at her feet. And in the excitement, gave it a full swing when a little tap would have done it for her. And that's probably in the back of the net. Marcus, that could have easily been 1-1. Got a little too excited and a little too aggressive in goal.
Yeah, 2 chances there. One was a miss, one kicked out to the left, and that was a extra chance for Mount Marty and just fell short.
So the Broncos will regroup, reset, take a breath here after that nearly was the leveler off the foot of Avery Kimball. And again, sometimes it's just the finesse.
Yep.
We get into such a habit of wanting to rip the net, basically, with shots. You want that power. You want to hear that netting clash when you rip off a good strike. Well, sometimes a little finesse would have done it. And that time, just a simple touch with the momentum that ball was carrying would have landed that baby in the back of the net. But as it is, 1-0 advantage here for the Broncos remain. And that'll come with experience. That'll come with opportunities. But against this Hastings College back four, if you're a Mount Marty fan, you got to wonder how many of these opportunities you're going to get tonight. The Bronco defense has been playing lights out. Ball being played here in the middle. Turned on, sent forward. 1 here for the Lancers. Lancers trying to spring free on a counterattack, so Brandon DeHart says no way. Immediately goes up and meets the ball here at midfield. Spinning, turning, picking that baby off. Broncos, the nice little pass from Higgins. They'll send in a cross. The goalkeeper loses it momentarily, but regathers. Right before an opportunity from Peyton Turner, as she was ready to pounce on a would-be rebound goal. Higgins under a lot of pressure here. Now Sophie Lee gives chase. Broncos with the 1-0 advantage. And that's going to draw the referee's whistle. A little too aggressive there for Mount Marty. Probably a little frustrated as well. They've been defending almost this entire match. Quickly played in. Hastings College setting up with bodies on the far post. They'll send it into the box. Spinning, kicking it back out on a tee. Just because it's on a tee doesn't mean we need to send it through the uprights, but that was the case. That was Chartier giving it a little too much leg. .8:40 remain here in the first half. 1-0 advantage, Broncos. Millie Gill from that center back position plays it forward. Broncos keep hold of it. On the right side, Henshaw tries to send it forward, looking for Sophie Lee. Avery Higgins and company. Can't find the mark. Ball one here from Elise Amato. Hard push once again. Ooh, this time it's going to go against Hastings College. All right. Free kick right at the Bronco defense. Thank you very much. Here's Sophie Lee. Circling around. Playing it back. Lampy. Go to Millie Gill. Gill sends it forward to Stewart. Stewart. Once again playing it wide. Bobbing and weaving through some Mount Marty defenders. Sends in one towards the middle. This now gathered by Gill. Only 2 Bronco defenders back deep. They're going to go for 2. Chartier tries to send it far post, but high and wide. Jesse's getting some great looks in the box here tonight, but has been unable to get her name on the score sheet. Fortunately, the Broncos did add 1 on the rebound goal in the 25th minute from Madison Rhodes. And that's the only one we've had here tonight. Heavy, high pressure being applied here from the Bronco attackers. More impressively, that there's 3 Mount Marty defenders and 1 Bronco attacker, and they're pushing her back.
Yep.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. It is.
You want to talk about the most frustrating game of keep away? Mount Marty's playing it. They cannot keep the ball away from these Hastings College Broncos, who have just dominated the possession battle here tonight, and in doing so dominate most of the stat lines and have the 1-0 advantage on the scoreboard. As Megan Lampy plays in a free kick into the box, off ahead, and it's far post, and just wide. Peyton Tanner, the intended target. I mean, just the ability from Megan Lampy, from the range that she sends those free kicks in. From the range that she sends those free kicks in, to find bodies, to find heads. I mean, that's impressive stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, on target.
Yeah. Looks
That's hard
great.
to do.
Here's Lockhart winning the ball here for the Broncos. Plays it in the middle. We've got a quarterback at Nebraska who can't throw it on target from 40 yards, and she's kicking it. Yeah, that's a dig. I'm okay with it. Here we go. Plays it back, 40 yards. Addie Mills will turn around. Switch the run and plays. We'll go to Gilly. Millie Gill. Sends it to the corner. Stewart. One-touch pass. Stewart. Springs it to the back.
It's going to be a corner.
Yep. Mount Marty forced to clear that ball away. And now Megan Lampy on cue will take a corner kick to try to get the Broncos up 2.
Watch for the free ball again. If that goalkeeper gives up the ball again, make sure if you're HC, get ready to attack. Yeah, it looks like tried to do the corner kick and it landed out of play.
Oopsies.
Yep.
Mount Marty setting up. Trying to just maybe establish some possession here against this Bronco offense. It feels like it's been about 8 years since they've been on their side of the field. There's a shove, and they're going to give it to Mount Marty. Shoved the defender off the ball. All right. Generous call. Pressure being applied here from the Broncos. Ball being won here from Sophie Lee. Lee on the turn. Passing back. They'll send it to Millie Gill, who will swing it out to Nora Stewart. Nora Stewart on the near side. Stewart, the one-touch pass to Sophie. Sophie finds Nielsen. Nielsen setting up Sabrina DeHart. DeHart playing it way wide this time. They'll come back in. and tried to get that ball to turn in maybe a little bit more to angle towards Sophie Lee, or Peyton Turner. But too much on it. Goalkeeper gathers. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. 1-0 score. Broncos scoring in the 25th minute. Madison Rhodes adding to her team lead in goals with 9. Mount Marty now working their way towards the goal box and once again turned away. Millie Gill sitting in a big foot. I'm not intentionally not naming Mount Marty players. They just haven't had the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality of the situation. As this ball rolls back to the keeper, Brooklyn McNack. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. Bodies colliding. Getting tripped up and going to ground. If she'd turn around, I could get you her number. There it is. Bailey Beck on the play. A flick of the head. Rolls into the box, but Villasenor is there. And really the only nervous moment was when Villasenor had the ball and she had laid it down and was kind of directing traffic, and I don't know if did not see Avery Kimball, the attacker, sneaking in there, but Kimball had a look-see. And then they had a free kick situation that also fell into the boots of Avery Kimball, and Kimball sent that one just high. So a couple of threats, but boy, Hastings College has been in control in this one. Odd enough that it's only a 1-0 scoreline, Marcus.
Yeah, I feel like it should be like 2 or 3-0.
Right. I'm with you. Meanwhile, Mount Marty, they might have an opportunity here for an equalizer. But the ball rolls out of bounds. Last touch by a Bronco defender. 30 seconds remaining. Broncos need that defensive back four to hold serve once again. Mount Marty asking some questions now. Sending one in, and that misses all the bodies. Big stretch there from the ball boy, but just out of reach. He'll toss in another one here to Tatiana Villasenor with 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. A good first half for the Broncos. A goal on the board, but you felt like it could have been a little bit more. Good news is they're in control. Broncos leading 1-0 over Mount Marty here at the halftime break. Take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you some first half numbers, get you a scoring summary, maybe take a look at the GPAC soccer scoreboard. And it's all coming up as our Hastings College soccer coverage continues. 1-0 Broncos. 25th minute goal from Madison Rhodes has the lead here at the break.
I feel like from the time we were young, the golden rule was always something with being sisters in our house. They would always say, treat your sister how you want to be treated. And sometimes we did better at that than others. But
it only seemed right. You know, we both knew that we wanted to live close to family. And so we both chose to come back to Hastings. We have our families close. We have each other. We get to raise our kids together. And we both get to serve the community of Hastings. Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They do. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
there are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Check it out.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
What is Mammoth? Excellent question. Mammoth is everything you need it to be. On paper, Mammoth is a modern master build firm dedicated to building the places where passion and community collide. We consult, create, and construct projects of every size. We are makers, movers, machine operators, artists, innovators, competitors, and builders. And there's nothing we can't do together.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead, where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
If you experience heating problems this winter, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a locally owned family business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
When the lights go down in Hastings, the party starts at the 2nd Street Slammer. It is more than a bar. It is your weekend headquarters for live DJs, cold drinks, and nonstop fun. Whether you are here to dance or just kick back with friends, there is always something going on. Big energy, friendly faces, and a night you will not forget. Open Thursday through Saturday at 2315 West 2nd Street. Do not just go out, go all out. Only at the 2nd Street Slammer.
Since 1955, Bob Sass Flowers has been a part of the Hastings community. We're not just about flowers, though. We do offer the finest floral arrangements, all backed by friendly, prompt service and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. At Bob Sass Flowers, every customer matters, and we're dedicated to making your shopping experience one to remember. But there's more to discover. From blue Capri candles and diffusers to My Saint, My Hero bracelets, Sober Dough Bread, and Daydreams greeting cards, our unique gift collection has something for everyone. Looking for the perfect baby gift? Explore our selection from Bella Tunno and Mud Pie. Come see us at Bob Sass Flowers, where quality, service, and community come together.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza.
Runza is so sweet.
Especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Aw, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
For all of your professional, residential, and commercial cleaning services, call the trusted experts at B&B Cleaning Pros of Hastings. They have been in business for over 4 years, delivering professional services one clean at a time. Reclaim your time and enjoy a healthier, fresher home with a call to B&B Cleaning Pros. Their meticulous cleaning professionals handle everything from routine upkeep to intensive deep cleans, tailored perfectly to your schedule and needs. They focus on kitchens, bathrooms, high traffic areas, dust removal, and floor care. Give them a call at 402-519-4602. Stop in at 123 North Lexington in Hastings or visit them at bnbcleaningpros.com.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years. And it is more than just another bar and grill. It is a Hastings institution. Do not miss Tijuana Tuesday, an all-you-can-eat taco and nacho buffet. Every Wednesday night is Wing Night, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken, on Friday for the prime rib and seafood buffet, and on Saturday for Bullseye's world-famous prime rib. On Sundays, enjoy the brunch buffet from 10 until 2. For over a quarter of a century, Bullseye's has been your go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Find Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is committed to being champions in the classroom, in our communities, and in competition. And we are also proud to be an NAIA 5-star Champions of Character Conference. To learn more about the GPAC, follow us on social media on Instagram, X, and Facebook. And watch the GPAC on the GPAC Network. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, academic and athletic excellence since 2000.
You've been listening.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
And welcome back to Hastings College soccer coverage here on Extreme Sports and also on the GPAC Sports Network. Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf with you. Halftime here at Lloyd Wilson Field of the women's contest. And for the Hastings College women, having a 1-0 lead. The goal to tell you about happening back on the 25th minute. A goal from Madison Rhodes as she put a rebound in on a free kick from Sabrina DeHart that just squeaks through the Mount Marty goaltender, Brooklyn McNack, right through the hands, Bill Buckner-esque scenario. And Madison Rhodes was there to clean it home with a clean strike into the back of an empty net. 1-0. Hastings College has the advantage as we go ahead and break down the numbers here in the first half. 9 shots for the Hastings College Broncos compared to the 1 Mount Marty shot, that with Avery Kennedy in front of goal, and probably would have had an easy chip in, but decided to go for power and went up and over the crossbar, and the chance goes begging in what would have been the equalizer from the Mount Marty Lancers. 4 shots on goal for the Hastings College Broncos. 3 of them have been saved from McNack. Tatiana Villasenor has not been called into duty so far in the first 45. 1 corner, won by Hastings College. There was 1 offside call against the Broncos. There have been 12 total fouls, 8 for HC, 4 for Mount Marty, and nobody yet in the books. As we take a quick gander here at the GPAC scoreboard and check out some other soccer action from this evening. They have gone final in Crete as Doane has knocked off the College of St. Mary's by the score of 2-0. Bellevue was playing Midland tonight in non-conference play action, and Bellevue with a 7-0 win. Dakota Wesleyan in women's soccer knocking off Briarcliff by the score of 4-2. Dort all over Dakota State in more non-conference action. Dort with a 7-0 victory over Dakota State. As mentioned, the men's game here finished 0-0 earlier today. And we also have Morningside on top of Waldorf 4-0 in soccer. Volleyball action. No, more soccer to get to. Morningside, 6-0 over Waldorf at halftime. Oofta. Concordia up 2-0 on Mount Marty in volleyball action. Midland is leading the College of St. Mary's 2-1 as they go to the 4th. It was a sweep for Morningside tonight as they knock off Briarcliff. Northwestern currently has a 2-set lead on Dort. Waldorf grabs a set from Dakota Wesleyan, and Dakota Wesleyan currently leads that matchup by a 2-1 scoreline. And awaiting what was a Nebraska Wesleyan Doane matchup tonight to come through. That still has not yet been posted. So there you go. You're up to date on the GPAC scoreboard as we continue to roll along here at the halftime break. Take a quick break, come back with second half action. Broncos and Lancers tonight. Broncos leading by 1. Second half is right around the corner. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GPAC Soccer on Extreme Sports.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is committed to being champions in the classroom, in our communities, and in competition. And we are also proud to be an NAIA 5-star Champions of Character Conference. To learn more about the GPAC, follow us on social media on Instagram, X, and Facebook. And watch the GPAC on the GPAC Network. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, academic and athletic excellence since 2000.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
I feel like from the time we were young, the golden rule was always something with being sisters in our house. They would always say, treat your sister how you want to be treated. And sometimes we did better at that than others, but
it only seemed right. You know, we both knew that we wanted to live close to family. And so we both chose to come back to Hastings. We have our families close. We have each other. We get to raise our kids together, and we both get to serve the community of Hastings. Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They do. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Welcome back to Lloyd Wilson Field as we come back for the second half. We switch sides. Hastings College to kick things off. They'll now go from left to right as we see things here. And getting to see a whole another side of this Bronco offense and Bronco attack as we'll get to see the right side strikers this time and right wingers, including Maddie Miles, as well as Avery Higgins, as the Broncos start to play it forward. And a chant starting to develop here from the Hastings College student section. As Mount Marty plays this forward. And the Lancers trying to go on an early attack here. They'll cross. That cross cleared away. Marcus, what's the focus here in the first 5?
First 5, just kind of repeat of what you did in that first half. Just kind of be on the aggression early, see if you can find a opening in the Mount Marty defense, and see if you can put another goal across the net.
I'm with you. No need to pump the brakes just yet. Still a 1-goal lead, and as we saw in that first half, one tiny mistake may have been an equalizer, but that tiny mistake thankfully not cashed in. As Higgins controls it here onto the right side. They'll pass it back, and that pass is going to be stolen away. And just like this, here comes Mount Marty asking some questions onto the right side. Playing it nicely, slowing the ball down, quickly getting it upfield under heavy, heavy pressure. Plays it off the back foot, goes right to a Bronco. And now Madison Rhodes is into action, and here's a 2-on-1. Chartier and Rhodes. Rhodes in space, gets it to Chartier. Will she get it back? No, goes to ground and gets the ball. Nicely done. Beautiful defensive play from the Lancers. As Val Ruiz, last-ditch effort, gets it away on the Bronco 2-on-1 there, essentially. Broncos win another ball. Sabrina DeHart. Quick pass up in the middle. Nearly gathered. Now in the midfield. Madison Rhodes. Off on the left side. Jesse. Spins, turns, fires. Ball cleared away. Miles with it now. Heads it down. Ball played right to Higgins. Higgins takes a whack at it. And it goes off a Briarcliff defender. Check that, Mount Marty. There's number 2. Goodness gracious. Nice steal from Avery Higgins. She's going to launch it from distance. It's off the top of the bar, and it goes down. Bardowski and not in. Ho!
What did I say?
That's how... Go ahead.
I was going to say, that she was my go-to tonight, and that's twice.
The really great strikers practice that shot in practice just to play off the crossbar game.
Oh,
that
every day.
one nearly went off the crossbar and down and in. I would love VAR right now just to check to see how close that came from crossing the line. Anxious moments as the crack from 30 yards out from Avery Higgins nearly turns to gold for the Broncos.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I love to see a replay.
Bar down and out.
It's not like she hit the top of the crossbar. She hit the bottom of that crossbar.
That's exactly where you want to play it.
Yep. That's why that ball came straight down like it did.
And how many times did that ball come back down and into the net? That was hit at just the perfect angle to shoot out for Brooklyn McNack, the Mount Marty goalkeeper. Wow. And now the Lancers on the attack, and Avery Kimball with it. Nice sliding tackle. Clearing that away was Peyton Henshaw. Henshaw continues at the left back position. Right back position, excuse me. Madison Rhodes in space. Madison Rhodes, the goalkeeper, far off the line once again. Here's a 1v1. Madison Rhodes trying for some finesse. Can't get it past. Goes straight on it. The keeper, with 5 feet on either side of the frame. Could have gone near post, could have gone far post, went right at her. And it's an easy save for Brooklyn McNack and an opportunity that you're going to look back on. That was your double. That was your chance at the double. And straight at Brooklyn McNack.
I don't want to say quite yet, but I would have been close to that might have been the final nail.
That was the dagger.
Yep.
That was the dagger. Avery Higgins had a chance at a dagger. Madison Rhodes then with a chance at a dagger. And really for the first time tonight, the amount of yardage that the Mount Marty keepers have been playing away from their area nearly comes back to bite in a big way. Madison Rhodes gets sprung on a breakaway opportunity. That was a 1v1.
Yep.
Hell, she could have chipped it from 40 yards out up and over the head and just gone for a long ship shot. She was in and won the race. And in that scenario, and we've talked about this before. I talked about this actually last Saturday on the broadcast, where you get in a situation like that, it's best just to pass it into the corner. It doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't have to tinkle the twine. It doesn't have to ripple the net. It just has to go in. And just a nice, easy, soft pass, far post, near post, what have you, you're up 2-0.
That was going to be the easiest shot I think you're going to have all night.
You're going to replay that one 18 times. Good luck getting to sleep tonight.
Yeah, so see, she's already clear up to about their 40-yard line.
Lesson learned? I think not. Here comes another breakaway opportunity. This time Mount Marty comes and chases it down. And I mean that in the greatest of ways. Madison Rhodes is going to bury that shot 9 times out of 10. She will.
Yep.
I'm not being negative in any way whatsoever towards the Bronco striker. But with experience and opportunities like that, you got to put those away.
Yep. I'm sure she knew right away, I should have just took that shot and
should have just slotted it home, coolly as you like, right?
She's like, that's one she wanted to have back, but that's all right.
So ball gets popped up into the air. Rhodes going to try to win the 1v1. Maddie Miles with it. Mount Marty begging for a call, and they're not going to get it. Long ball played in. They're going to test this keeper once again. Jesse Chartier trying to win a foot race. And McNack sends it forward. Crawling all over the top of Avery Higgins. The Mount Marty defender.
It's hard to get a number.
These numbers are not. These numbers are not good. Blue. I want to say that was number 2. Kendra McKinney climbing on top of the Bronco attacker.
Yeah, it's not the greatest from up here, is it?
They're just
hard to see.
They are, and they're kind of reflective a little bit. Especially from the front side of the numbers.
Yes.
So here come the Chargers once again on the attack. Enough about numbers. Not Chargers. We did it again. Lancers. I said I'd do this 5 times tonight.
You're at 4.
That was 3, thank you. Now it's just a case of the yips. Mount Marty sends it out to Megan Lampy. Ball cleared into the Bronco bench. Get reset, throw it in again. 35:48 remaining as Chartier chips one into Madison Rhodes. Ball nearly fell at the feet there of Avery Higgins. Opportunity here. Broncos are going to ask some questions. Higgins is going to turn on it, but the ball deflected away. This will be a goal kick here for the Lancers.
12 shots to 2. in this contest. 12-2. It's insane.
Long pass. One away. Well, they got 2 shots because they're running into this place just like this. Broncos now in a foot race. They'll throw it back. Tatiana Villasenor quickly deals with it. When they try to play it forward, that just consistently and constantly tonight has gone into a white jersey. Mount Marty hasn't been able to get any attack going forward. Their one look coming off a corner that came off a deflection. The other off a misplayed pass. Other than that, those are Mount Marty's 2 opportunities tonight. Broncos have played downright flawless as they're looking to go on the attack once again. Here comes Miles. Miles with a nice little pass to spring Avery Higgins. Higgins is going to lose that foot race by a half a step. Goaltender plays it back. Higgins is right there to provide some high pressure. Tic-tac-toe. Mount Marty's out of gas here. Their defenders are tired. You saw the reaction there from Angelina Hopwood. She gave up on that ball.
Yep.
Tired of chasing. And Mount Marty certainly has been chasing the game. That should have been a handball. Mount Marty getting out of traffic here, throwing it to the middle. That ball's intercepted. They'll play it back to Gill. Gill will send it forward. Millie Gill. Now to Madison Rhodes. Ball won cleanly here from the back 4. They're out of real estate, and Rhodes is going to chase that down. And it is a goal kick ultimately. They were content on just stalling and letting some time tick off the clock, and Rhodes on the aggression. She's hungry for the double tonight.
Yeah.
Got the first goal in the 25th minute. That's been all she wrote thus far on the scoreboard. A 1-0 scorer line here in this women's contest. Addie Miles wins it, tries to send it off Hopwood, and sends it out of bounds. Broncos win a throw-in. As we are nearing the 15-minute mark here of this matchup. 30 more minutes to go. Half an hour in this ball game. 1-0 score line. Broncos out on top. Long ball played in. Chase down, pass back to Villasenor. Mount Marty's going to have to get more creative offensively.
Yep. They're going to have to.
This is wash, rinse, repeat for the Bronco defense.
Yep, and all they hear is tick, 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 tick. Yeah, they got their hands on their hips and everything else. They're only 15 minutes in, not even 15 minutes into the second half, and they're already done for. And if you're HC, all you got to do is keep your foot on the gas. So you can find something else and find that dagger.
Accelerate.
Yep.
Standings don't give you enough wiggle room to take your foot off the gas in this scenario.
Nope.
You want to do this, and you want to do this pretty decisively. If you're Jade Ovendale and the Hastings College Broncos, let's make a statement tonight. Get some momentum heading into a big weekend for Bronco soccer. A tight race at the top. Broncos leading by 1 here in this matchup in what really feels like a must-win for HC if they want to secure a spot in that top 4 in the GPAC tournament.
Because the goal is obviously top 8 in the GPAC, but you want a top 4 seed, you get the host. It's even more key.
And you get a better matchup. Here's Avery Higgins trying to get sprung free on the attack. Chase down, that's Hopwood. Running it down in the corner. Spins, turns. Check that. That's Val Ruiz. Hopwood giving chase. Ball played out in the middle. Gathered. Picked up here from Nielsen. Nielsen plays it back to DeHart. Half an hour remaining. Rhodes getting chased down. Ball's last touch by Mount Marty. This is going to be a corner here for HC. Their only goal so far tonight, scored on a free kick. Sabrina DeHart. A shot that got through the gloves of the goaltender. And the rebound on cue from Madison Rhodes. Rhodes the goal scorer, DeHart with the assist. Here comes the corner, and just wide. Hastings College appealing for a touch.
They're going to get it.
And they do get it. Millie Gill flicking it off a Lancer before it goes wide. Hastings College will win another corner as Lampe sets up once again. Big frames in the box. Rhodes, Millie Gill, Sabrina DeHart. Broncos play it short this time. A little trickeration. Broncos keep the ball alive. Nice race down there from Megan Lampe to get back and win it here. Madison Rhodes trying to play it across to Jesse Chartier. Chartier's got a foot race. It goes, rolls out. Just rolls out away from Jesse Chartier. Long ball played in. Broncos plenty back defensively to help. This is Avery Kimball with it. And she spins and goes out of bounds. 26 minutes now. Remaining in the match. Millie sends it back to Tatiana. Tatiana sends it across. Nora Stewart. Called her name a bunch in that first half. She's getting the offense going once again as she finds Madison Rhodes. Rhodes working. Rhodes tangled up. Rhodes takes her to ground. And a yellow card there for Madison Rhodes. That was uncalled for, to say the least.
Yeah.
You're in a tangle. You've got the 1-0 advantage. There's no reason to lose your head like that.
No.
Yellow card given. Here to Madison Rhodes. Got to stay disciplined. Got to play smart. You got the lead. That was reckless.
Yep. Got to keep your head at this point.
27 minutes remaining, a 1-0 score line. Hastings College with the advantage. Madison Rhodes was your goal scorer. Now she has picked up a yellow card and is the first player in the books tonight here for the officials. Broncos going to try to switch the run of play. Try to calm things down, find some space. May have just found Avery Higgins, who got free, but couldn't catch up to it. It's one from McNack. And now Kimball. Setting up in space. Crosses it into the box. Mount Marty chasing after it. Right side attack upcoming. Mount Marty showing their first signs of offensive aggression here. Last touch by the Lancers. It's going to be a goal kick for HC. Close play there in the corner. Nice defensive play from the center backs as Millie Gill forces this outside. Sophie Lee's going to go in for Higgins. Lee will try to provide a spark here for the Bronco offense. Ball dropped in here to Madison Rhodes, trying to keep it in. Referee blows it back, saying it went out of bounds. Throw in one here from the Lancers. Right to the center back. Millie Gill starts the offense again. Gill plays it into the middle. Broncos clear. Mount Marty has now dropped the defender forward, or sent the defender forward, I should say. So now playing with the true back three. They realize that they are on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline. They have to get creative offensively, so they're going to give the Broncos a lot more to look at. When the Broncos are on the offensive attack, vice versa, they'll try to get themselves another scoring option. Kimball. Way she goes with some speed here. Kimball playing it off to the far side. Way too much on it. As it zooms past the attacker. And rolls out of bounds for another Bronco goal kick.
Yeah, an extra defender there and see if they can tighten up the defense a little bit as they got burned in the first half. 20 minutes down, under 25 to go.
Under 25 to go, but if you're a Broncos supporter, this 25 minutes can't end fast enough. You would like at least one more goal to enjoy this baby. Right now, you're just hoping for a whistle. A final whistle and a 1-0 victory. Mount Marty starting to put together some counterattacks. It has been all Hastings College all night. And Mount Marty really in the last maybe 3 minutes since the yellow card off Madison Rhodes has been in a fight. They realize they're in a fight now with this HC team, and they've been kind of taking it to the Bronco back for a little bit. Can't take your foot off the gas right now if you're HC. You mentioned it right off the get-go, the first 5 minutes. You get conservative, you go into turtle mode. One tiny mistake could turn around and bite you. That could be right here. It's not. Luckily, a shot near post goes begging. But Avery Kimball again on the attack with another great look. And that just off one misplayed ball. One misplayed ball in a tight game like this can turn around and be the decider. Rhodes going to get a breather. And she is subbed off. Broncos will look to go for a more defensive look here. And bring on Lockhart. Into the action. Sophie Lee tries to play forward, giving chase, but ultimately falling into the goalie's hands. So McKenna Lockhart now into action. Here's Jessie Chartier. Jessie, right foot. Sending the ball forward. Tanner takes a fall.
Call her offsides.
Second offsides call against Hastings College tonight. 22 minutes to go. 1-0 Broncos with the advantage.
Like I said, if you're HC, man, you gotta try and find something. I know they changed up defensively, but you gotta have to find something because Mount Marty is kind of inching closer to finding something here and tying this baby up.
They have definitely been the more of the aggressor here in the last 5 minutes. And you just hope, Marcus, that Hastings College didn't kind of lull themselves to sleep with the way the back four was playing, not giving Mount Marty anything of a look in. And maybe Hastings College stepping off the gas a little bit, but they're going to need to find that accelerator here. And let's get the insurance goal. Let's get the breathing room. And let's put this baby away. You feel like 2 would be insurmountable with the amount of offense that Mount Marty has been able to matriculate so far here in this matchup.
I mean, I would think so because, like I said, the time of possession, if you can find it, it's just incredible how much HC has had the ball in the offensive zone.
Well, it was almost the entire first half.
Yeah.
I mean, and the numbers prove that. Here in the second half, I think it's probably leaning a little more 60-40.
Yeah.
But all that said, still at the same point, time of possession, shot, stats, all that. One mistake in a 1-0 game, and it's tied. And we're coming out with a draw. So bury this baby, put this baby away. Again, if you're a Bronco supporter. Goes to ground. Mount Marty coming back on the counter. Off to the right side. Running out of real estate. Crossing in. Hitting the side of the netting. Now Sharon Alasko on the offensive attack there for the Lancers. Be a goal kick for HC. 19 minutes. You're holding on to a 1-goal lead. This is slower than the clock when you were in middle school and high school. That was at 3:15, and all you had to do was wait till that bell hit 3:20.
Yep.
This clock is going slower than that one. Ball played out from the keeper at the 30 yards away from the goal box. Mount Marty brings it back, playing it forward. They're looking to spring Micah Mortia, who's in off the bench. Micah pulling it back on the right foot, sending it across. Defended away nicely. Bodies collide here in the box. Whistles blow, free kick 1, HC. Chatty with the referee's decision is Liz Stottle. Tatiana Villasenor sends one forward. And the Broncos might have something cooking here. Too much gas on the through ball. That was Nielsen trying to set up the Bronco attack. Now they'll fire it in. Ball kicked up and cleared away. Settled down, center back. Swinging around now to midfield. Ooh, nice. Ball control. Shakira and Alasko sending it off to the right side. This ball's crossed back in the middle. Mount Marty giving chase. And watching it roll out of bounds. Turn. Oof. That's the way to use your head. Ball played back out at midfield. 17 minutes remaining. Broncos holding on to the 1-0 lead. In what we thought was the start of a party, may turn out to be the game winner. That is, unless Jesse Chartier has something to say about it on this attack, but the pass is going to be picked, stolen away. Coming back the other way is Riley Grimm. Flicks it off a Mount Marty defender. Hastings College wins the throw-in.
$16 minutes. As we got another person tying their shoelace, and they're going to decide to go with it.
And had Velcro boots. Here's a ball that could be won for the Broncos. Good offense being on display there from Sophie Lee. trying to do that herself in triple coverage. But ultimately the ball won here from the Mount Marty Lancers. Left foot clears it out. Hastings College wins the throw, and Hastings College should take this quick. They had the opportunity to get some numbers. They'll pause, slow it down. Said, wait, I'll do the throw-in. That'll be Henshaw's duties. To Sophie Lee. In the middle. To DeHart. Left side. Working is Nielsen. Nielsen on the cross in front of the frame of goal. That's a good look because that's how the Broncos got their last one. Just putting a bullet in at goal, making it too tough for the keeper, and having the rebound ready. I don't hate that look. 15 minutes remaining. For the Broncos, this 15 minutes, unless they get an insurance goal, will feel like an eternity. For Mount Marty, this 15 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yep.
The sport of soccer in all the drama on display here at Lloyd Wilson Field tonight. Double teamed. Ball one. And staying alive, coming through the double team. Sophie Lee's going to have a chance. Sophie Lee, ball still loose. Can't get it. Nicely gathered from the keeper, Brooklyn McNack. But that, we have to give credit where credit's due, and that's Jessie Chartier. She got through a double team and worked her way out of it and was able to set up an offensive opportunity for Sophie Lee. Incredible footwork and ball control and strength for number 14. Substitutes coming in. Turn around so I can see your number. Kalani Smile, you are a substitute for Hastings College. Hastings College with a 1-0 advantage. And with possession here in the back half. Broncos playing it forward. Too far and out of reach. Kick down to midfield. Ball played here in the midfield. Smile goes to ground, tries to keep possession of it. Here's a counterattack coming. Higgins sprung free momentarily, but quickly cut off by Megan Lampe. She's been called into action probably more times than she wants here in the second half, but she's answered the call each and every time. Now a chase down. Peyton Turner going after it. Ball awkwardly here off the goaltender's feet. Kalani Smile's going to have a look-see. She's got fresh legs, too. Kalani Smile taken to ground. No call from the referee. Play goes on. Don't like it. That one should have been called back. Smile. Holding. Keeping possession alive. Ball flicked free. It's going to be a Hastings College throw-in. Here with 12:17 remaining. A 1-0 lead here for the Broncos. And a throw-in coming here from Henshaw. Smile looking to get into some space. They'll look to find her. Sophie Lee. Left foot, too much on it. Ball settled down. Possession one. Now sprung forward. Chase is on. Nice job by Lampe to win that ball and win it again. Back-to-back wins for Megan Lampe. Nearly springs the Broncos in on an offensive attack. Now Kalina Smile cleans it up, gets it to Sophie Lee. Lee's looking for Turner. Turner's out of gas. Can't chase it down. Wouldn't be surprised, Marcus, to see one more attacker come on before the end of this matchup for Jade Ovendale and the Broncos.
Yeah,
just to get some fresh legs.
Yeah, I think so. You're going to see someone here probably in the next minute or two, see if they can get one last push going, see if they can maybe put in the second goal and go home and go out here with a winner.
Put this baby away. They're holding on to a 1-0 score line at the moment. Broncos trying to work it upfield. Nice defensive play to win the ball. And here's Higgins again. Going to ground and winning the ball. A winner take all. And that might have came back and clipped Megan Lampe right back in the face after she won the ball. I think the ball came back and got her. Or did she run through the boot, maybe, of number 10 there, Avery Kimball?
Yeah, I think she took one right back in the nose.
Ouch.
She was checking her nose right away, too, and that sound good. But like you said, the 1-0 lead, it's like you're a baseball pitcher. You know, you've been pitching really well, you're playing so well, but you like to have some run support from your offense just in case something happens, and that's what you're looking at for HC right now.
Throw in, incoming. I have no idea what that felt like as a pitcher. My ERA was like a 6.7. And the kids just went crazy, by the way. They're into that whole 6-7 thing. I have no idea what it means.
Yeah.
That was the scoreline. My little cousin couldn't be happier Friday night when the Huskers were trailing 6-7 because that was the score.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he was making all sorts of
going with it.
Hoopla about it. There's 1-0 here with 9:30 remaining. Lonnie Smile trying to get into space. Here's a nice little give and go. Chartier has a crack. It takes off a deflection off a Mount Marty defender. This is going to be a Bronco corner.
Man.
Big opportunity here for HC to grab some insurance, grab a little breathing room, and start the party here at Lloyd Wilson Field. Another set piece for the Broncos going to be taken here by Megan Lampe. Not an overly tall lineup in the box, but it will feature Millie Gill, Henshaw coming into the box, as well as Lockhart. Or DeHart, excuse me. Sabrina DeHart heads one forward. It went right into Sophie Lee, and now here comes the turn from Mount Marty, but it's one right back. Oh, what a win. Here from Nielsen and the Broncos as they'll play it back. Lampe goes to cover. Lampe kicks it back to Tatiana Villasenor. No mistakes here in this situation. Pass goes back to Lampe. Megan Lampe, full foot. Sends it long. Races on. Goaltender comes out of the box, plays it forward. There's a chip pass towards the 50. Sent back middle of the field. Hastings College trying to spring forth an attack. And get the insurance and put the nail into the final piece of construction on this 2-0 victory. Right now it's a 1-0 lead. Desperately looking for that second and some insurance. Even greater desperation from the highlighters, otherwise known as the Mount Marty Lancers. The bright yellow jerseys. And we've got a timeout and substitutes incoming. Is that Peyton Tanner out?
Yep.
In 36. As the Broncos send it back here to Tatiana Villasenor. Get you our super sub here in just a moment when our live stats refresh. Playing it in the middle, into traffic. Ball played back, kicked out. Erica Ane, your new Bronco, into action here in the final 7 minutes. Erica's going to have an opportunity, but couldn't quite get around on it. Awkward angle. Was trying for a cross and couldn't get across her body. 6:30 to go as we will approach 4 hours of soccer coverage here tonight. Here on Extreme Sports. Ball one. Rolling out. Goal kick. It's Wednesday. Middle of the week. More sports broadcasts coming up here on the Extreme Sports Network, including Saturday. We've got another busy day right back here on the campuses of Hastings College. We'll have all three in action for you. Bronco football to start your day. And actually, I believe they moved the game times back on that. So I think we will have dual broadcast with volleyball and football. And then soccer to wrap up the evening. 3 streams will be in use here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Yeah, Mike and the gang going up to Yankton.
That's right.
Going up to Mount Marty. You got volleyball duties.
That's right.
I'm here on the pitch. Saturday night.
3 streams. That's why we built these babies.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the first time we've ever used all 3 at one time, isn't it?
I do believe you are correct, sir.
Oh. That's what's nice to have. 5 minutes remaining. Yeah, I think Mount Marty, you can tell again, they're really gassed. Hands on hips.
They gave a couple good looks here in the second half.
Yeah.
Nothing away from Mount Marty, and what I thought was going to be a very leaky defense early on, well, they slammed the door shut in the second half. Good news is Broncos already had that 1-goal advantage. Mount Marty has played, even with at times 3, they have played tremendous. Here's an opportunity in a ball 1 as Sophie racing in. Ball still free, taking a hack at it. Ball still alive. Here's Smile. Smile chips it forward, and the goaltender grabs it cleanly. Couple good looks there for the Broncos. And more opportunities that you say woulda, coulda, shoulda. Jesse Chartier, 3 of those in the first half. Rhodes with the breakaway opportunity here in the second. You had Higgins that hit the bar and went down and still didn't go in. Somehow made its way out. And one that we would love the goal decision system camera to be in play. 6 great looks, 1 good goal. And a header in the middle. Mount Marty's saying, keep talking like this game's over. Mount Marty with a beautiful cross nearly pulled a rabbit out of the hat to equalize. My goodness. 2-on-3. Some speed being shown here on the left side. And a stop and juke. That gets the attention here from the hometown fans. Ball played into the box. Oh, they liked that move from Sophie Lee. Came to a dead stop, and the defender blew right by her. Hastings College has the attack again. Sophie Lee turns, running onto the left side. Lee going to give her one last gas. Flicks it off a defender. No. 2:45.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and look and see how close that ball came in on Higgins. I'm still worried about that. But nice move there by Lee down the far sideline.
Oh, that was sweet.
Hit the brakes, they'll fly right by.
All right, Maverick. Here comes the ball now onto the right side. Playing forward. Ooh, may have got away with a high hand there. Mount Marty playing it here onto the right side. Just losing it in this corner. Possession 1. Couple flicks. Still alive.
It's going to be a throw-in. Under 2.
Lancers throw in. Far post. Kimball's there, boots it up into the air. It goes out first. Goal kick.
Yep.
Now do your methodical discussion. Try to figure out who you want to take the kick. Talk about it. Run up to it. Check to make sure it's in its spot. This is where you stall. Ball one. Mount Marty. They've still got some gas left in the tank. Taken to ground. And it's going to be a free kick. Into a double team. Taken down. Credit Micah Morea, who has drawn the foul and now put Mount Marty in a situation here in the final minute of the match. 50 seconds now remaining. And a free kick forthcoming. Taking it is going to be Angelina Hopwood. Can the Lancers pull the rabbit out of the hat? 30 seconds to play. The kick off the bar, down, in. Mount Marty has equalized. In the final 30 seconds, Angelina Hopwood with a strike from just outside the box, a free kick in a dangerous area, a double team that was too aggressive, and a strike that hits the top of the crossbar, and as fortune has it this time for the Lancers, goes in. Brutal.
This game's unfair at times.
23 seconds, full sink, kitchen sink here for Hastings College, trying to pull one back. What a last minute from what was a ball that should have been won and cleared away. Now 5 seconds. Mount Marty's going to hold. Mount Marty's going to equalize here with Hastings College tonight. An incredible effort from a tired, exhausted, fatigued Mount Marty squad to pull the rabbit out of the hats, and yet another stunner here in this Hastings College soccer season. That's a match that should have been won. That's points that you didn't put in the bag. A miracle from Mount Marty in the final 30 seconds of the match, and we end in a draw. The goal scored by Angelina Hopwood in the 90th minute has tied up the proceedings here in this one, and Hastings College drops what should have been one in the win column here tonight. 5-2-2 now in GPAC play. For Mount Marty, they will improve to 3-3, a perfect 500 conference record, if ever there was one, in GPAC play. Mount Marty stuns the Broncos here tonight as they'll take a share of the points. Rhodes with the goal in the 25th off a free kick that got through the goaltender. Hopwood with the free kick beauty. Bring you some final game numbers. We'll bring Marcus in a minute, get some final thoughts here tonight. Final game numbers here in this one. Hastings College dominating the final game numbers as expected. 17 shots to 4. 6 shots on goal to 2. 1 save for Hastings College. 5 for Mount Marty. 4 corners won for the Broncos. None for the Lancers. There were 15 fouls, 9-6. The 1 lone yellow card for Hastings College, not a factor in the match. What was a factor in the match was a resiliency for this Mount Marty squad, and hats off to them. Hats off to them. They withstood all of the barrage of pressure here from this mighty Hastings College women's soccer club, and they found a way to equalize and get out of here with a share of the points. Marcus, final thoughts?
I'm speechless. I mean, you had one earlier with Avery Higgins that was about the exact same way. Bottom of the crossbar, but hers goes out, And this time Mount Marty does the same thing. This time it hits the top of the crossbar and lands in. It's just the game of soccer. I mean, you get the bounces. It's like football, soccer, baseball, whatever. Bounces go your way, some don't. And it's just Mount Marty needed it when they needed it most, and they got it. And then that's an equalizer. That's a tie. I'm sure they're going to take this tie, and they're going to run with it back to Yankton. And for HC, that's just, your heart just seemed like you just got ripped out of you because you had this thing in the bag. You dominated this game on every aspect, and you come out of this thing with a tie, and it's not going to probably suit well on that team, especially Coach Ovendale.
Well, 7 opportunities to find a winner tonight for Hastings College to find that insurance goal, and they couldn't. Woulda, coulda, shoulda opportunities for the Broncos all night. And in the final 5 minutes, Mount Marty finds some energy in the tank and is able to give some of that pressure that Hastings College had given them all night long right back to the Broncos. And when it mattered most, a strike from just outside the box, a free kick goal, sends the Lancers home with a share. It's a match, Marcus, that feels like a loss for the Broncos and a win for Mount Marty, albeit a draw. This one ends level tonight. The first matchup that we had ends level without a goal. This at least had the excitement and the goal-scoring action, but this is also why we call it sports. Good. Never over until it's over, and Mount Marty proves that tonight with a goal in the final 30 seconds to bring this back level. We draw tonight with the Lancers. So that'll wrap up our Broncos soccer coverage tonight here on the Extreme Sports Network and on the GPAC Sports Network. For my broadcast partner, Marcus Metcalf, our IT man, Shaner, Sports Director, Mike Will, I'm Tyson Ivronik, wishing you all a very pleasant good evening from Hastings.
You've been listening to Hastings College Soccer on Extreme Sports. Brought to you by 5 Points Bank of Hastings, the better bank. By High Street Insurance Partners. By Highland Dairy.